Man, don't come over here talking about that fucking Mother's Day shit. Man, fuck Mother's Day. Man, don't come over here talking about that fucking Mother's Day shit. Man, fuck Mother's Day. This is what was told to me by a gentleman that says, why would I wish my mother a happy Mother's Day on today when I don't talk to her any other time? When I don't respect her or I don't treat her with that respect as a mother on any other time. And you know what? It's so interesting because it resonated with me to the point where I responded back to him like this. I said, you know what? You'll only get one mother. You only get one opportunity today to make things right. A lot of people are holding on to some stuff that they can let go. A lot of times you could be the bigger person. You could just say, let's let bygones be bygones. You know, it's no need to take it that far. But some people feel like they've been so slighted. They've been so so disrespected. They've been so mentally and emotionally taken to an extent where I just can't do it. And my thing about it is, man, it costs you nothing to show respect. Don't lose your respect. Don't lose your integrity. Don't lose ounces on your character by not doing the things that you know is right. I understand that a lot of people are holding on to things and it's like, it's very difficult for them to let it go. They're holding their mom responsible for things. They're holding their father responsible for things. They're holding people responsible. Somebody did you wrong. Somebody messed you over. You got the short end of the stick. What happened was not fair. I get it. I get it. But at some point in time, you got to ask yourself, how long do you hold on to that pain? How long do you hold on to that grief? How long do you hold on to those emotions that's living freely inside your head, taking up space for good shit, for positive energy, for the things that you know you need to do? Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Very little energy, very little time. And it says a lot about your character. When I talked to this young man and he says, you know what? I'm not going to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day. Why would I? Why would I start today when I wasn't doing it for the rest of the year? I don't call her. I don't check on her. And I was like, okay, well, you know, obviously something happened where y'all had a rift or whatever the case may be. And whereas I didn't really want to get into the details of that, I said, is it something that happened to you that you can say it's not happening right now? Was it something that happened to you that you're able to still walk, hear, breathe? You have all your senses. Like it didn't stunt your growth. It didn't stunt your ability to achieve. It didn't stunt your success or your relationship. It didn't stunt you being a positive person or a positive and productive citizen. Is it something that stopped you from something? Or you just got a little heartburn about something and you just feel like, you know what? Oh, well, maybe she should apologize to me. I get it. I get it. I get that, you know what I'm saying? It feels good to say, you know, I'm holding on to this power. The power of not speaking to someone. The power of saying, you did this to me, so I'm going to show you how better I am and how I don't need you. Well, you're still holding on to them. By holding on to that anger, holding on to that grudge, holding on to that discontentment, you still are holding on to them. Regardless if you're speaking to them, right? The thought process about them, you're still holding on to. You're having that conversation every day. Whether you know it or not, subconsciously, you're having a conversation with yourself to say, I don't like you. You disrespected me. You abused me. You talked about me. You degraded me. You made me feel lesser than. You're not telling them, but mentally you thinking it. That conversation is happening whether you want it to happen or not. But see, here's the thought process. What happens if you show you the bigger person? What happens if you say, you know what? I'm not going to forget, but the level of forgiveness that I'm going to provide you is to show you that I'm the better person. I'm the bigger person. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Even though we don't agree, even though we don't see eye to eye, even though some of the things that you say, I just don't like, Even though you push some buttons that made me, say some things or whatever. Even though you put me in harm's way at times. Even though you wasn't an example for me. You didn't play the motherly role for me. You wasn't there for me when I needed you. You didn't support me. You let those people victimize me. Woe is me. I'm sorry that I wasn't there. That's probably what your mom is thinking. My baby. My son, my daughter. But let me tell you what you should be thinking. You should be thinking, this is an opportunity to show growth, to show maturity, to show a level of respect that regardless of what has happened, that is your mother. Now, some people would say just because a person has you, and they're in that position in reference to the title of mother, the title of father, don't mean that they were fatherly. Don't mean that they were motherly. And I get that. But my thing about it is, do you know your worth? Do you value yourself? Is your character above reproach? Is there someone out there right now that's when it's your time for your birthday, or you get a promotion at the job, or hey, what I'm saying, you get married, or whatever the case may be? Is there someone out there saying, I'm not gonna wish you the best because you're not perfect? Because that's what we're saying, right? Let's be real. That's what we're saying. You're not perfect, Mom. Dad, you're not perfect. If you was perfect, I wouldn't have a grievance with you. I wouldn't be mad at you. How dare you think because I'm your child, I'm supposed to respect you? Are you kidding me? You're not perfect. But see, my question is, are you perfect? Is there something that someone can say about you to say, this is why I'm not wishing you condolences. This is why I'm not wishing you happy celebration. Happy life. This is why people are so mixed up and confused today, because a lot of people can't get over themselves. They can't get out their own way. They carry so much hatred and grief and burden and jealousy and all of this stuff. It's like, bro, let me sit this over here. I don't need to carry this stuff around with me. Now, I'm going to have to deal with this, but this ain't the time for that. We have to showcase a level of fortitude that allows us to say, you know what, it's time to do better. Are there mothers out there that are not living up to that motherly role? Yes. Are there fathers out there doing the same thing? Yes. But the fact of the matter is, you still have a responsibility as a child to honor thou mother and thou father. You still have a responsibility, not only as someone's child, but you have responsibility to yourself to not carry around burdens, to not carry around that grief and that level of discontentment. Learn to have a conversation. And today might not be the day for that conversation, but today is a day that you show that personal growth, that you show that integrity, that you show that, you know what, even though we're not on the same sheet of music, we don't get along, even though we have this hardship and we have this discontentment towards each other, I'm still going to show you that I have a level of respect, not just for you, but for myself. I'm going to show you that this is my character. And even though you failed me, or I feel like you failed me, all right, you didn't buy me the PlayStation I wanted. You didn't let me go to the party I wanted. You didn't like the girl that I was dating. You didn't let me stay out as long as I wanted to. You didn't let me watch the movie I wanted to watch. Hey, you gave me too many ass whippings. Even though we have these concerns for our mothers, even though we have these concerns for our fathers, and there's some people that they're deeply rooted. There's some people that, was sexually abused. There's some people that were very much violated, in reference to physical harm, not just to mention disrespect. And was exposed to alcoholism, drugs, crime. And I get the discontentment, but I also understand that we have to learn to grow, and we also have to learn to heal. Healing and growing. You should not have one without the other. You don't want to heal in the same place. You want to elevate to a higher place. And that's what this message is about. It's about elevating to a higher place, not letting yourself stay stagnant in the rut, in the rigmarole. You know what I'm saying? In a rhetoric that you've now come to know as, I'm not going to pay homage to anyone. Right? I'm going to point out people's flaws. And I'm going to make sure that I promote this daily hatred or this daily discontentment for that other person. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. For you to carry that grudge around and carry that sign around that says, hey, I know what you did. I know you're not perfect. And as you're protesting and you're chanting that or whatever the case may be, you're forgetting the most important thing. You. Because for every protest and chant that you say somebody else is not perfect, there's somebody else down the street, around the corner. Hey, they could be even in your family. They could be friends. They could be frenemies. They could be naysayers. They could be in your household. There's someone also chanting, you're not perfect. Think about it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I don't care how much experience you have. Being a mother, bro, that's a hard job. Because I'm telling you, expected to be a lot. I'm telling you, expected to be a dentist. You expected to be a doctor. You expected to be a policeman. You expected to be a airline stewardess. Like, I mean, your jobs is just like everything. Like, you expected to be a supporter. You expected to be, kind. You expected to have all of this knowledge and wisdom or whatever. When the truth is, you know what I'm saying? When it boils down to it, it's just like, hey, a lot of people just trying to feel it out. Just trying to do the best they can. And at the end of the day, man, that's what people need to understand, bro. It is a lot of pressure for people to be perfect. And you don't have to be perfect. You just got to take your time and roll with the punches. Don't get overwhelmed. Make sure that you ask for support. Make sure that you have everybody on the team that's supposed to be on the team, and talk to your children or whatever. There are a lot of moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. The moms that stand in the gap and say, hey, I'm here to support my children. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to be a confidant for my children. I'm here to love and protect my children. The thing about it is, moms, let me give you this message. This little key advice, okay? Don't burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out. Continue to live your life. Continue to grow. Continue to love yourself. Continue to blossom. Don't burn yourself out. Don't get to an age where it's like all you've been worrying about is raising your children. So you never opened up that business. You never went back to the gym. You never networked. You never loved. You never did anything fun because you was trying to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the moms. But at the end of the day, you got to think about, man, I lost myself being a mother. I love it. I love my kids. I love wiping noses, making plates. I love, laying out clothes. I love, reading to my children. I love, spending quality time with my kids. But at the end of the day, you can love that, but don't forget to love you. Don't lose out on you. Don't lose the essence of you. Who are you? Without your kids, who are you? A lot of parents, mothers and fathers, but right now we're going to key in on the moms. They lose themselves. They have no idea. Once those children grow up, once they leave the house, whether they go to college, they go to the military, hey, they go out and become an entrepreneur. Once they leave your house to become that productive citizen, they're ready for the world, to take on the world, tackle the world. You're left in silence. You don't know what to do. Echo. Don't lose yourself, mom. Don't lose yourself. Keep that energy high, not only for your children, but for your life, for your business, for your loved ones. Keep it high. Keep that energy pumped up so that way you can say, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to stay still. I'm going to keep on moving. I'm going to keep on pumping up. I'm going to keep on loving and learning and living. Stop losing yourself. Stop getting drowned in emotions that surround your children. You so busy fighting their battles. You're so busy, hey, make sure I'm trying to be the mom of the year. And it's great. It's fantastic, but don't lose yourself. Peace.
You ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt. You ain't gotta like me, I like myself.